Today we are playing Kingsburg. We're playing the mechanics. Everyone has 3 dice of their color. So I'm blue because I don't see a whole lot of colors. I can tell this one. Amanda is red and Dylan is black. Is that correct? So what happens on your turn is you roll your 3 dice and then you leave them exactly as they are as far as the number. You can move
Are you done spinning yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I have a 2, I have a 5, and I have a 6. And what I do with these dice is I use them to influence advisors of the king to hopefully gather resources. So on my turn, say I'm the first player, I could either use my 2 and put it on this guy, and later in the round I'll get some gold. I could take my 5 in theory and rally some army men, an army unit, and that would be useful too. Or I could use the 6 to trade a resource for 2 other resources. Additionally, I can combine the dice. So I have a 5 and a 6, that makes 11. I could go to the number 11, which gives me stone and gold, or stone and wood, but not all 3. I could go 6 plus the 2 is 8 and get 2 gold. I could go 5 plus the 2 is 7, or I could do all of them. Let's see, it's 11, 12, 13, and I could get 3 stone out of that. Should you happen to get a very high number like 17 or 18, you get the queen and the king, and those are definitely the most coveted. Probably the queen. How you win this game is you get the most resources. Actually, how you win the game is by getting the most victory points, and like many Euro games, there's a victory point tracker going around the board all the way to 59, and we do loop if we need to. That does happen sometimes. Not often, so it's pretty well designed. Additionally, so when I take a spot, say this is Amanda's roll. Okay, so she also happened to have a 2. If I take a 2, that would block Amanda from taking that 2, unless other rules apply. In fact, actually, we have very similar rolls. She has a 2, a 5, and a 4. I have a 2, a 5, and a 6. So if I really need an army guy, I need an army unit for some reason, I could block her from the 5, I could block her from the 2, only one or the other, or I could block her from the 7, forcing her to not take that. Now I'll get to those symbols in a moment. What's going to be an issue in this game is not only are we going to block each other, but we're also going to be attacked every year at the end of each year. There are 5 years in this game. At the end of each year, during the winter months, we're attacked by a random army. So these enemy decks are of varying strength, and currently we are all at 0 strength, and the king needs us to repel these forces. Should you fail to do so, you do lose buildings. And now we're going to get to that. Once you have enough resources, you can start to build stuff. So everyone has a little player mat. So every year our armies go down to 0. We have to rally forces to defeat them. Every year the enemy strength goes up. So the first year enemy strength can be 2 to 4. 2 being the weakest, 4 being the strongest. After that, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, 5 7, and 7 to 9. So it can get pretty bad. But every year your martial strength goes down to 0. You need to rally your forces once again. You can influence advisors and build stuff during the spring, summer, and fall months, but then during the winter we're no longer building anything, we're no longer doing anything, we're just trying to withstand the attack. And that's simple enough. So
surviving the winter.
Now, when we are under attack, say you don't feel well prepared, that's okay. You can actually use some of the king's forces, and we have these tokens here under our banners, so I'm blue, so I'm the ram, but everyone has the exact same numbers. So I have a 0, I have a 1, I have another 1, I have a 2, a 3, and a 4. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now the one house rule I do play with, and this makes a lot of sense. So on your turn, normally, let's say Amanda feels like she might be short a little bit, trying to repel the bad guys where they are. So maybe she'll put in a 1, just kind of secretively. Like we all put in 1, and she goes, okay, and she reveals she puts in 1 extra strength. She beats the bad guys. That's cool. But the house rule is, if you put in a 0, if you put this in for the strength you asked for the king, and it turns out to be a 0, well, in that case, you get that token back. All the other tokens, though, if you spend them, they're gone. The king will not see that strength anymore. These tokens are also bonus points at the end, so it's worth holding them around if possible. So if you're throwing that 4, you're probably going to beat the bad guys back, but that's 4 bonus points at the end you're not going to get. I'm going to play as the Duke in every productive season after all influence dice have been placed. If no one has influenced the Duchess, number 12, I may move my highest group of dice from their current location. My current advisor is the Duchess, regardless of their value. So
I am the philosopher.
Okay.
In every productive season, if your dice total is 10 or less, you may re-roll them all. If the new total is lower, you gain +1 banner?
Victory
Victory,
point.
yeah.
Victory. You may activate this power only once per season.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm the heiress. Before starting the game, place 2 gold, 2 wood, 2 stone, and 2 whatever those are called.
2 + 2s.
2 + 2s on this card.
2 gold. What?
2 gold, 2 wood, 2 stone, and 2 + 2s.
Okay, so 2 of everything.
At the start of every productive season, if at least one of your colored dice shows a 1, you may take a single good or token from this card. If there is nothing left on this card and you should take something, gain 1 victory instead.
Okay, so at this point, we take our dice, your 3 dice,
Mm-hmm.
and you just go ahead and give them a roll. But once they've been rolled, do not ever change their value. And then total them up and tell me the total. So I've got 12. Amanda?
11.
Dylan?
I've got 14.
Okay, so how this works is the lowest person always goes first. So 11, 12, 14. So Amanda, you get to influence the first advisor.
I'll take him.
Okay, so go ahead and place your dice on that.
Oh, place my dice.
Yeah. Do you have 11 exactly?
Yep.
Good. Oh, yeah, well, okay. So Amanda went all in. Okay, so I'm going to go next. Well, I'm going to take the 6, the traitor.
12.
Okay. So that's 5. So now we collect. So Dylan gets a gold. Take a gold, please. I will take a wood. I will also marshal an army, or rally an army. Okay, and I'm going to trade in a resource. Oh, it's kind of tough to pick, but I think I'll actually trade in my stone for gold and wood. That's what I'll do. Okay. And then Amanda gets 2 resources that she likes, stone and one other.
Let's go stone and wood.
Okay, and Dylan, you get 2 of whatever resource you like. Those are 2 clout points and a +2.
I'll do a +2. And let's go with more gold and a wood.
Okay, I'm going to build a palisade.
Improvised defenses.
I am building the guard tower.
Okay, for 1 victory point. Okay, phase 3, whoever has the most buildings gets a victory point. Everybody has equal buildings, so we're all going to get a victory point. Now we go into summer months, and we roll again. Okay, we get to claim our resources. So Amanda gets a victory point.
Woo-hoo.
Going down the line, I get a wood. Dylan? Dylan, you get 1 resource of your choice. You have 1 clout.
A wood.
And you also get a +2. Amanda gets 2 gold. Amanda gets 2 gold.
Yep.
I'm going to activate my power, and I'm going to take a +2, and I'm also going to take a stone and another stone. I'll take 2 stone and a +2 from my Duchess.
Building the blacksmith.
Well, then I'm gonna build a statue for 2 gold.
And 3 victory points.
And yep, 3 victory points.
I'm going to build an inn for 0 victory points. That's 1 gold and wood. Dylan. Going to the autumn months. Last month to prepare your forces before combat. Guard tower for 1 victory point. Dylan, what are you building?
Nothing.
Okay. Amanda, what are you building?
Recruiting center for 1 victory point.
So, we now go into phase 7. At this point, you can spend 2 resources of your choice to buy yourself an army unit. So, anyone going to buy some mercenaries? Needs 2 resources. Amanda and I can afford it. I'm not going to.
I don't think I'm going to either.
Okay. You're currently at 0.
I know.
Okay. So, at this point, we then go here, and you call upon the king's reinforcements if you so wish. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. Ah, easy peasy. Level 2 barbarians. As long as you can beat a 2, which I clearly can with mine. I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. I shouldn't have spent that apparently. I get a gold. So I get a gold. Amanda, do you beat them?
I got 2.
You have 2 strength total?
Yeah.
Okay, so you push, so the bad thing doesn't happen to you, but the good thing also doesn't happen to you.
That's fine.
Dylan, what do you got?
Excuse me.
You got 1.
Guard tower.
You want to have the token over the cost on the circle, yeah. So we have.
Oh!
What?
Oh, wait, that's with the strength 5 or lower. Oh, strength
Yeah.
5 or lower. +1 in battle, so I had a 3.
So you get a gold.
Woohoo! Give me gold.
Yep.
Gold!
I have 2 + 1.
That's 3. Okay, so you also get a gold.
Yeah.
I have the highest defense, so I get a victory point. Dylan has the least buildings. I have 3.
I have 3.
Yeah,
So Dylan, for the spring season, you get an extra die. The white die can only be attached to your colored dice. It cannot be out on its own. Just so you're aware. Okay, well, Amanda gets a victory point. She's doing well at 7 points now. Amanda also gets a gold and a wood. I'll take an army. Dylan, can you give me an army? And back to me, I get a +2 and 2 other resources. I would sure like. I'll take a gold and a wood. And Dylan, you get what's on the queen. So go ahead and remove your dice there.
Yeah.
So you get 2 clout, which is 2 of anything you want. You get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And then when you're all done clicking your victory point, when you're done clicking your resources, you will get a peek at this. Okay, so when you look at this card, you don't have to tell us what it is. You can if you want. Strength, what they are. That sometimes matters if it's zombies or whatever. Loss if you lose, and win if you win. And push is obviously a wash of all that. So
Alright.
gotta look at that. We're gonna build. Amanda, you're first.
I'm going to build a guard tower for a gold and a stone.
And a victory point.
And a victory point.
Dylan and Amanda are now tied at 8. I'm lowly and back at 3. Okay, I'm going to build a stable for 2 victory points. Dylan, what are you building?
I was also building a stable.
Excellent. Okay, now, people with the most buildings, which I believe are Amanda and I, at 4.
Yep.
Get a victory point. So I get a victory point, Amanda gets a victory point. And we go into the summer months. Wait, so Dylan, you get a victory point. I'll get it. You're banking. I get a wood. I also happen to get 3 armies, if you would please. 3.
There you go.
Because I have stable, so every time I do that I get +1. And I get a peak. So we have, okay. And, okay. Dylan, you get 2 clout and a +2. And then Amanda, you get 1 of everything. Okay, I'm going to build the market, Dylan, for 1 victory point.
I'm building the palisade.
Palisade?
Yep.
For 0. Okay.
I'm building the training camp for 2.
So we all built. Least buildings goes to Dylan. Dylan, you get the envoy, which means you can either build twice or build or influence an advisor who's already been influenced.
And then
Okay, so I will take a wood.
Yep.
I know that was me being a dick, but
it worked out in his favor.
that's how the game works. You'll take an army. Get rid of the +2. I will take. Do you have a stable?
I do have a stable.
So you take 2 armies.
Yep.
I will take. Let's see. That's wood and one of the other resources. What the heck do I want? I'll take wood and stone. You'll take 3 armies and a peak.
1, 2, 3.
And a peak if you need it.
I already know what it is.
Amanda will take 3 stone. Building. I get to build first. I will build the barricades for 0 victory points. Dylan, what are you building?
Nothing.
Okay, Amanda.
I'm building a chapel for 5 victory points.
Now we can hire mercenaries if you like for extra armies. You may spend 2 of any resource. Going once, going twice. Okay. You may ask for the King's reinforcement at this time. And we are facing level 5 zombies.
I got a +4. Oh, I got a +1 there. Wait, no, I got 2. I'm at 5.
You're at 5.
Yep.
1 plus 2 is 3. Plus you're at 6. So you beat them actually, Amanda.
What do you mean?
I know I'm good enough, but I'll count them anyway. I'm at 4 army strength, 5, 6, 7. So yes, I have enough, so I get a victory point. And Dylan, I believe you have enough as well.
I have 9.
So you have 9.
We all got victory points.
And Dylan gets 1 more for being the greatest.